Test, test.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup with 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for goal balls. It was against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Now they'll run the draw. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
He'll return it from the 50. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking for room. It's Clements. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the 1st down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Got a man. It's Clements. Brought down to the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Steps away to find some room. And he'll just get rid of that.
Oh, let me play you next. You see, I'm playing a dynasty game. Playing one game, I'm getting
How
off
loud is
of
it
it.
in this building? This is crazy.
I ain't really trying to play.
These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense.
But we definitely can run, though.
It messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Fires to the big fella. Out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone at the 20.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is it. There he goes. And into the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Defenses at some point are going to have to figure out how to slow this guy down because he only has 3 receiving touchdowns. We're only 4 games into the season. Nobody has an answer for this guy.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10, here he comes. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Pretty good job of coverage on that kick. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Wants to throw on first down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab down the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out yet.
And the Gamecocks will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away.
Try to fucking quick run.
Gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The give to the back. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup with 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's McCutcheon. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver in the middle of the field.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Use the play fake. Now to throw. His hero lays the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Going to the running game. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
Fights off the defender. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball off.
The Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. They're setting up the screen. Not enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Plays like that with just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Got a man in the middle. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, the defense is going to sit back in zone. You know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So first down here as they go back to work. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like we just saw them.
And the Gamecocks have pushed it inside the 20. Quarterback making checks. To the air on second down. Throwing right. He makes the catch. Makes the grab at the 6-yard line. It's first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Off-play action on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Looking to throw on third and goal. Here's a hit. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting matchup this week in the Mountain West, and it sure is playing out that way. NC State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This Pac team has picked itself up before, and they are capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Florida State. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, fellas, and we'll circle back if anything big happens.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. To the ground. He's got it again. Runs through the tackle. Turns it on at midfield. Off to the races to the right. Touchdown, Texas! He got it loose, and it was lights out
defense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Backed up now, here's second and long. Making side adjustments here. Second and 10, he'll throw again. Pocket breaking down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be fourth down. The Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Rushes on him. Flushed out of the pocket.
What was that?
Play stops the drive. Got it on the return.
That was a terrible throw.
The defense putting points on the board.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in the coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills, just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To the ground with the back. Fighting off the defender. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Bevo is a ground-based animal, and he has to like what he's seeing right now from this running game.
The beef up front doing their job, creating some holes, making some alleys, get those running backs. I think Texas, when you can pound the rock and you can use your big guys up front, you can win a lot of football games.
Now he'll throw back into the middle. Makes a grab deep.
Ah, get the fuck off me.
He's
Dang.
got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18
What that first
Well, you
though?
can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
They build their attack around those big plays, and they got one to give them a 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 18. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. On the run, it's Clements. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. Running through contact. And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorn!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wants to adjust the pattern. The snap sets up the throw. Unloads to the right. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. Jumped on top of the pond.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
And the Gamecocks really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the third possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical third down, forcing an incompletion.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Got his man quickly. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that play.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Gonna run it. It's Clements. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
On the run from inside his own 5. Brings it back out to his own 29-yard line before going out of bounds, and his offense will have the ball there. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite them.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
They're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is looking for chops, hoping to go down and score.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He's got it. Touchdown, Longhorn! And the route is on.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's got great speed. He'll be out of bounds at the 36-yard line after a solid return. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make a catch.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Texas! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he did the pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense too now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Bring in the heat. Picked off. What a play to set him up. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. This offense has it with really good field position.
Here we go.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the grab. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. Like, if you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. At the 45 on his way. Across the 50-yard line on a huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and He's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
Looking to throw on first down. Using the quick game. The Gamecocks can really attack on this second and short. Sends it back in motion. Wants to fire on second down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
From the gun on third down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
They go to the draw. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
And you can see why it's so tricky for a defense to have to stop these draw plays. Everything the offense is doing is telling you pass. The quarterback, the offensive line, the running backs delaying. You've taken your deep drop in coverage, and now you've got to rally and find the football and do it trying to avoid these big 300-pound bodies running at you full speed. Not an enviable time.
That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal.
Cricket.
Quarterback sneaking his way, tunneling and burrowing into the line. And the Gamecocks will hustle to the line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Third and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff. They're going to run it. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. They want to throw it. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover zero. When I play cover zero, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
Wants to go up top on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls into it.
Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
How nice is it as a play caller? We've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down.
intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And this, my friend, is what you call advantageous field position. Starting to drive with a 1st and goal. Tight end finds a soft spot. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Using his feet to buy time. The defense sort of hurls this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage, and he'll take the loss.
Yeah, in this part of the field, man, those windows shrink, and it's hard as a quarterback sometimes to really force yourself to throw the football. You're sitting in a good spot in 2nd and goal. Just throw that thing away. Don't take the sack and put you in a bad situation.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. He wants to change this route. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. Ran the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll move the wide receiver. On the ground, into the Mets. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Rides to the back. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's time.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. strong. That return will want a play by this defense to get the football. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Looking downfield on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Now the play fake. Under fire. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Looking for more room. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Longhorns! With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Georgia Southern is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 11 to Troy. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Here comes the heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Working the middle, it's complete. Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gamecocks send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. Running back searching for a hole. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to...
Breaks into the open. After the filth just keeps moving. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
With the run on 1st and goal. Next going for the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. South South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Fires to the right. Trying to find the end zone. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. The Longhorns trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal.
29 Philly. Clear. Griffin.
He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Touchdown, Longhorns! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in week 4.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back in the rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Right back to the well. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. And the Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Gives it to the back on the draw. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And these are these moments as a defense, like, you're just trying to get out of the game. We're rotating, we're subbing, like, we've stopped them all game long. Like, they can run the football right here. The biggest thing is the clock ticking, us getting out of here with the dub, and really, everybody's staying in.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Looking to the big tight end. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
Yeah, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field, gets the defense off guard.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got a wide open receiver. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous party. A consolation prize, if you will.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And that was so close to a turnover in the end zone. The defense almost with the huge play. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
Will take over. First and 10.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. The defense still has a couple of timeouts at its disposal, but down a couple of possessions, the offense will take a knee. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's it.